Hello everyone. Welcome to my YouTube channel English Lovers by Honey D. I think I need to take it out. Take the chewing gum out. So we are going to have a session on the word meanings. Mm, the word meanings which I was actually showing on the screen itself earlier. Now I am not going to show them on the screen. I will be actually using my screen over there to write down that in the chat. All those words I will write down in the chat itself, and thereafter we will discuss the meaning, the usage of that one, and what else I can say, the kinds of the synonyms that can be possibly made or can be used instead of the given word. That's what we are going to do. So without any further delay, let's talk about the words. So let me just check my screen that whether I can have the chat or not. hmm I think so. I can have it. Mm, Once I will open my live session. hmm It's working. Background is not that good somehow. I'm sorry for the background. Mm, 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 mm. Let me see if I can make some changes in that. hmm Mm. Okay, fine. Mm. I will have the chat with me only. Like I just want to actually have a screen where I can actually write my words. hmm Which is not possible right at the moment. I'm unable to write them because the screen is not getting enlarged. Mm, mm, I don't know, the video is not clear too. Let me know that if I am audible. Write that message in the chat, please, so that I can actually talk and start writing the words over there too. Okay. So now what we are going to do is we are going to do the first word, and the first word is assess. I will write over there. When somebody is going to check this out, like I have written some words over there, they can just get it from the chat itself, the live chat itself. Or if it is not present over there, then obviously I'm speaking the word and then I'm discussing it. Okay. I hope so. You will be able to understand what I'm trying to say. So the first word is assess. Assess has different meanings, different like what we say suffixes. If we add, we can make different meanings from the word assess. assess. So what actually assess means, um, it's simple. Like in simple wording, if we talk about it, assess means we are assessing somebody's work. Like assessing means it's like judging somebody's work's quality, or judging anything as far as the quality is concerned, or the value or the importance of something. Like if there is any importance, like have some chocolate. Mm-hmm. Now the basic meaning is quite clear. Everyone knows that. Like what assess mean, what exactly assess means. Assess means to judge something, to find out or examine something, to examine the quality of something. So that's the basic meaning of that. And as per the different synonyms that can replace this word assess is concerned, we have different words like evaluate. We do have the word like appraise. First of all, I would talk about the spellings for evaluate. EVALUATE, evaluate. So evaluate also stands for like we are judging something, we're trying to find out the meaning of something. So there also we say that we are evaluating something. Let me bring my mobile closer to me. Okay. I hope it get fixed. I don't want to retake actually, so that's why all my apparatuses, like all my tripods, are still back in India. I am trying to actually find out the sources, like whatsoever sources I had there. Um, Within some time, I'll be back with the same setup like that I had there in India. hmm So I'm using a Gorilla kind of tripod. So what I was actually talking about, I was talking about some word. Okay, and the word was assess, and I told you that the meaning for that one is like evaluate. Evaluate means to judge something or to estimate something. Make an estimation means to make a guess about something. So assessment has different other words which can replace it, but not exactly the same. It depends upon the context of the thing or context of the statement where we are using the word. So never try to think like any word can replace any other one. So in some situation it is possible to do that, but in not in every situation like we can replace the word with other word. It's not possible. So when it comes to the synonyms, I was trying to say that there is a other word also, appraise. Appraise is a very beautiful word. Appraise starts with A and then double P, so RAISE, appraise. So appraise also stands for assessment. Appraising something, that means you are finding out what's good and what's bad in that. So assess means that. Or a word from the like the science, gauge. Gauge is also one of the word, like which can be used in the place of assess. So gauging or trying to measuring something, it's like measuring something. Or GAUGE, gauge. Okay, gauge stand for like when you are measuring something. And screw gauge, if you remember that one in the science subject, we have seen through that word gauge. So measurement stands for evaluation, and evaluation stand for assessment. Like trying to like make a symphony between the words. I'm trying to make the symphony between the words. So rating something also, we used to use a rating scale to judge it out, like what's wrong and what's right and something. And like to measure the qualities of someone. Or even if we do the performance analysis, there also we try to use a rating scale. So rating scale is a kind of assessment that we do, and same thing applies to the meaning. I hope so the meaning is clear, and some synonyms we have gone through. And as far as the explanation is concerned, I would say that assessment, like when do we use it? Like whenever we are assessing something, we are analyzing about it and we are making a judgment about its characteristics, and we are talking about its worth and its impact on the people and on the society and on the world that we live in. So whenever we are assessing a child, we assess the child also, we assess the children also, we assess the teachers also. So assessment goes with everyone. I was trying to say that assess word can make different other words depending upon the kind of suffixes that we are using with it. So assessment is one of those like words which are formed from the given single word assess. So we can frame different other forms of the words with the given word itself, like assess. And I must say that, like, whenever you're trying to use the word or any of the word, like whatsoever I'm trying to speak about, these words can be used in different forms, and those forms can stand for, different statements that you speak. For example, in one statement you have used assessment, or you have used the word assess. Do not try to replicate the same thing again and again. Try to use the synonym for the next three statements. After next three or four statements, use evaluate, and then with the passage of time, when you're gonna fix them up in the same kind of context, then you will understand that one, that like the word meanings will become your power. Okay, you will be powerful just because of the word meanings knowledge, and you would definitely see that it will have some impact, or better impact on you. Okay. Then I would say that, as far as if we talk about one example, I would give you one example for that as well. Like, the teacher took time to assess the students' essays, and providing valuable feedback to them after reading their essay and checking them out and giving marks too. Okay, so that's how I think you can understand the word beautifully as well, and easily as well. I would say that once you have gone through the word, try to find out the synonym for them, and try to figure out, like, what explanation can you make about the word, and then find it out, like what example you can provide for the same. So then I think, like, why I actually did this live session is, like, to tell you out, like, how actually you can grasp all these words. It's not like I'm giving you one word and I'm explaining the synonyms of them, and I'm trying to make the meaning of that one for you in the video. It's not about that. It's about you to use it and how you will use it. Like, you can simply see the word, and then thereafter find it out the synonyms for the same, if you can. If you cannot find the synonyms simply from the dictionary or the offline dictionary, you can download one application. That the name of the application is Word Hippo, and you will see a kind of hippo on the application's like main icon. So it would be of pink color, and you can download it, I think, on the both versions. Apple also you can use for downloading it, and even, I mean to say that it is possible to be downloaded in Apple also, like Apple phone as well, or iPhone as well, like whatsoever we call it. And also Android version are easily visible for that. Like, in Android versions, like the mobile which are Android version, they they are suitable and perfect for, this application. Word Hippo, I will repeat that one, and you will get lots of synonyms for one particular word, and you will be able to use them only when you are going to practice them, making the examples, making the meaning in your own simple words, and try to figure it out, like which form of word are you talking about. Like, whenever you are talking about any word, then which form is given there. Now, next word. Now, this first word took a lot of time, but now next of the words will, I think, definitely get less time, because I'm going to tell you the meaning. I told you that what is a sequence of telling you the information. So the meaning of astonish is a very beautiful word. Astonish means, in simple words, we can say surprise. Like it means to greatly surprise or amaze someone. When you amaze someone, or something amazes someone, then the person um, can be having a jaw-dropping experience, or can be, sad also, or can be having a sudden attack also. So like out of astonishment can happen anything. Okay, so that's why I would say that astonish is a very beautiful word, which means expression of surprise. And what are the different words for like astonish? Amaze, surprise, astound is a very beautiful word. Astound. And startle. Startle is also a very beautiful word. Then shock. When you are shocked, when you're taken aback, that also means astonished. You became astonished. And you're stunned. Okay. When you're stunned, you have a feeling of you know you are pushed back a little bit. Oh my god. So that's what it means, stun. Okay. So astonishment can be another form of word for that, but we are talking about the basic form here, astonish. So like to astonish is to cause someone to feel a sense of wonderment. You will be wondering something, or you will be in a disbelief due to the unexpected or impressive nature of something. Um, like you have seen something and you are taken aback just because you didn't see a usual thing. You have seen something which is out of the usual, like which is beyond the usual, which is not like common one, uncommon thing. When you have seen uncommon thing, then obviously you will be taken aback, and that's how the feeling of surprise will come in, as your expression on the face. So that's what it means. Then as far as the example is concerned, the magician's skillful tricks never fail to astonish the audience. The magician's skillful tricks, the the tricks which were filled with the skills, never fail to astonish the audience. So that's how, that's a me like the second word, astonish. Actually, I forgot to write it down on the chat. I will write it down there as well. Let me write it down. So what I don't like in YouTube chat is, like, you simply should have one particular icon there. You can write something like, as far as the words are concerned, or something as a chat message. If you want to write, you can write it down. So which is not possible right at the moment. Um, Now I will write the third word over there, and that's very common word. Everybody know that. Like life has to start with something, and that what this word means, commence. Okay, so life has to start with a beautiful thing, and that's positivity. One should be positive in life and should never think of the negative aspect around the person. So when it comes to like finding the meaning of it, I told you that to begin, to start. When you are starting something, you are beginning something, that means you are commencing it too. What are the synonyms? Very simple word, like begin, start, initiate. When you initiate something, or you when you're kicking off something, or kick off, you can say that. Or launch, you're launching, launching a magazine, launching a book, or launching a rocket. That all means like to start it up. Like when something goes up in direction, that also, like initiating of something, or initial stage of something can be called as commencing of something. But I told you that you can't alter the positions depending upon the context. Like in whichsoever context you're talking about the word, then you should use it accordingly. Yeah. Now, the next word is, let me just, not the next word, I just want to drink some water, but later on. Yeah. As far as the commence word is concerned, if I have to give you the proper explanation for it, is commence is used to indicate the starting point of an action. When a thing has gotten started, or even a race get started, there is initial point, and that initial point is start. Okay, or it can be an event or a process or can be anything. The beginning point is known as the commencing point, the starting point. So remember that one. How can we use it? So what's an example? The graduation ceremony, sorry, graduation ceremony will commence with singing of the national anthem. So graduation ceremony will start with singing of the national anthem. Okay, now the next word is very easy one, somehow for many people. Next word is essence. I think maybe by mistake I have written the spellings wrong. No, it's right. Yeah, so essence is right. What does it mean? Essence means the fundamental nature or the quality of something. The basic quality or the fundamental, that means the root quality of something, is known as its essence. If we are talking about the essence of good speaking, essence of good speaking starts with the confidence. Whether or what you're speaking, if you're speaking it with confidence, then definitely your speaking would be good. You will be able to at least speak it out. So main motive is to convey the message, and if you are conveying the message, that's well and good. You're doing it rightly. So when it comes to the synonyms for essence, I told you, if it is related to the fundamental means basic. So I'm giving the synonyms along with. Okay, and if we talk about the other synonyms except basic and fundamental, we can say core. Okay, core, and then nature, like nature of something. Obviously, if something is in somebody's nature, it's fundamental. If something is in somebody's nature, it means to say like the person can't help it. If the person can't help it doing it, that means it is in the essence of the person. So it can be the heart, it can be quite essential essence of something. Quite essence also means something which is fundamental, something from the heart. And if something comes from the heart, then definitely what is it? Like it means like it's from the core of the heart. If it is from the core of the heart, it is like coming from the base of the heart. So there we can say that a sense means the fundamental quality or fundamental nature of something. So when it comes to the meaning or explanation, I think the in the meaning itself we can get the explanation. We use the word essence because it refers the intrinsic qualities of someone or indispensable qualities of someone. Some indispensable stands for something which cannot be um, taken away, or which is aligned to you and you cannot actually get rid of that. So those are indispensable qualities that defines something truly is something whatsoever is very much basic, very much beautiful. Okay, so that's there. That's the explanation for that. And as far as the example of a sentence is concerned, the essence of our poetry, the essence of our like poetry lay in its ability to capture the fleeting emotions of everyday life. Fleeting emotions, that means they are like fast emotions of everyday life. So if they are there, then the essence and the base of her poetry lies in that. So there you can understand that one, like what exactly essence means. The essence of a poetry lies in its ability to capture the daily speedy emotions of everyday life. So you can just keep that word in mind. And then we got the next word now. uh, the next word is extract. I'll write it down over there. I will write down there. Extract. Extract, we say extract. Extract, you can say that when we extract something, we are taking it out from something, we are removing it from some place. So to obtain or to remove something by pulling or drawing it out means extract. So when you are extracting, you are taking something out. So as far as the synonyms are concerned, what can we make the synonym? uh, Drawing out, I told you, like pulling it out, that is also one of the synonyms that you can get. Or obtain, you can say that derive. Okay, you can say what you can say, um, if we say harvesting, we are when we are doing the harvesting of the crops, we are extracting it. Okay, we are extracting the chaff from the grains. So then our grains from the chaff, you can go in any way, vice versa, but it means like extracting something from something. Then procure or procure. Okay, procure is also stands for, it also stands for extracting something, to get out something. So extracting involves taking something out, often through a deliberate means intentional, or careful process. Like when we have something in mind and we know the process of something, and like for example, you are taking out something from the bottle also, or from the jam bottle also. So you're extracting something out, or you're getting it out. But here it is like two things which are indispensable or which are subdispensable. We are trying to figure it out, that how can we extract it out. So that's one. Extracting the honey, that is also one of the way you can actually understand the meaning of that. So extracting involves taking something out, and often through a deliberate and the careful process. And the chef used vanilla extract to enhance the flavor of the dessert. It's not desert, dessert. Okay. The chef used the vanilla extract to enhance, to increase the flavor of the dessert. So to make it more tasty, or more palatable, or what we say, good to our tongue, then like for doing that, the the chef has used the vanilla extract. So chef used to do lots of things to make something, tasty. Now the next word is, obviously, next word is fabulous. Actually, I want to say that, um, yeah, it itself stands like as fabulous. I wanted to say that only. So what fabulous is, what exactly fabulous is? Fabulous is something which is extremely good, extremely pleasurable, extremely impressive, something which is unbelievable in its excellence. If something is unbelievable in its excellence, or something is very impressive, or excellence, have excellence in itself, then we can call that particular thing to be fabulous. Okay, what are the different synonyms for fabulous? Something which is wonderful, which will make you amazed, which will make you surprised, which will make your mind fantasize about it. Or we can say that fantastic. We say that fantastic, from fantasy itself it became fantastic. So fantastic is fabulous. Something which is fabulous is fantastic. Okay. Or something which is amazing is fantastic. Something which is incredible, credible means something which is believable. Incredible means something which is unbelievable, or unbelievable, sorry. So unbelievable. Incredible means unbelievable. If something is out of, or beyond the reach of belief, then obviously that is fabulous. Fabulous and incredible. Something is superb is also fabulous. Okay. So fabulous describes something that is remarkable, which you can remember for a long time, and often in a positive sense. And the use of fabulous is usually done in a positive sense. It's not like for the negative statement. Like an example for that one is, the travelers had a fabulous time exploring the ancient ruins of the city. So the travelers had a fabulous time exploring the ancient ruins of the city. So here means like the travelers had a fabulous time. That time can also be fabulous time, or can be a surprising time, can be impressive time, can be a good time, can be what we say wonderful time or incredible time. They can have that one. Obviously, they are doing something adventurous and they're finding it out like some ancient ruins of the city. Okay, so that's why it's a very interesting task. So then the next word is, I think we should not actually do this. Okay, haste. So it stands for, obviously we know that, like haste stand for like when you are more than usual speed, and which is not required sometimes, which is not at all required in your life. So there you say that you are in, and even there is a saying called haste makes waste. Okay, and if haste really makes waste, then definitely that's excessive speed, and there is mm, you feel so there is an urgency in doing so, but I don't think so that has to be done with haste. So if something is done with haste, I think we need to control it out, um, because whenever we are doing something in haste, it results in mistakes, it results in carelessness. So when it comes to carelessness, obviously there are lots of words that come to our mind. First is hurry. Hurry itself, it's written usually on the placards or some kind of boards to let us know that we should not speed up the things or speed up our car. So hurry, obviously we should not do the hurry. Okay, do not hurry, they say that. So I'm in a rush. People say that I'm in a rush. I'm in a rush means the person is actually is going to do some mistake. So people who come in the car or to any place or go from a certain place, or they go to their friend's house, or they have a party like a party at some place at night. What do they do is they try to rush. So when they are in the rush, that means it's not that rush, there are lots of people, it's not that rush means like they're in uh, they want to go faster than the usual speed. So we should not rush, we should go in the usual speed, because these cars, these transportation vehicles, all are made for you know going beyond the usual speed. Like if the normal person walks, then it takes a long time, but if you're going by the car, you can reach earlier. So it is to reach earlier, it's not to never reach there. Okay, so one should control the speed, and obviously urgency and swiftness are also the synonyms for that. And what's the explanation? Haste refers to, acting quickly without proper consideration, which can lead to the errors. Okay, and obviously we will do some mistakes. And in his haste to catch the train, he forgot his luggage at home. It happens more like most of the time. Sometimes we also do the haste. I also do that. I used to be in the haste also. Like whenever we are in a haste or whenever we are in a hurry, then we will definitely do the mistake and we will forget something at home. Can be a wristwatch, can be a wallet, can be your tie, or can be anything which is so important for you to carry with you to your workplace. So make sure that you are not doing haste in your life. Okay, now the next word is impulse. Like the way I had an impulse to actually start this session, that is known as impulse. One of the way to actually express it is that. Okay, so what's the meaning? A sudden strong urge or desire to act without much thought. So I did not have the second thought that I should actually do it or not. So it was in my mind that I will do it. That means it was in my impulse. So it's all impulsive. So it came from within. So it came from within my heart that I should do it. So I had an urge to do it. I had an instinct to do it. So one other word we can say that I was inclined to do it. I had an inclination to do it. So that word also can be replaced with impulse. I had an impulse of something, like I'm inclined or I'm interested to do something. There we can use that one, impulse, like drive, your drive. He drives me crazy or something like that used to be there in the sentence. Or compulsion, like um, when there is a compulsion, when you feel that I can't get rid of that one, I will do it. So that's why that is an impulse. So it's just because of your impulse of that particular time period. So an impulse is a spontaneous, that means which will continue, and often powerful feeling that prompts immediate action. At that time, you get up, and the same thing happened with me. What I did, I thought that I had an impulse, then I should start my live session, and I got up and then started it. That's it. So that's an impulse, and it came from within me. So that I started with the immediate action after that. So what's an example for that? Like on a whim, she followed her impulse to adopt a stray kitten she found on the street. So on a whim, whim here it itself stand for she was doubtful about something and she was superstitious in that. So that's why she kept the stray kitten that she found on the street. So that's not right. Like you should not be superstitious. Be logical. Be scientific. Be meaningful. We should be meaningful. Okay. Now the next word that we are going to talk about is latter. We are not talking about latter. We are talking about latter. Okay. One is later, other is latter. Latter actually stands for like referring to the second of the two things. When we are talking about two things and we want to talk about the second thing out of these two things, then we say that latter. Okay. The synonyms are very clear here. I told you the second thing that we talk about, second, or the last, or can be something which comes later, or something which comes subsequently, or something which is rear, like that means which is on the second position, which is behind. Okay, so that is there. Let me have chocolate. hmm Now, letter is used to differentiate between the second of the two items I told you, and ideas that have been mentioned. Okay, there are two ideas or the two statements are there which are mentioned together. If we want to talk about the second statement, then we will use latter. And if you want to talk about the example for the same also, then what are the different examples for it? Like as far as a normal example, if I want to talk about, she visited both Paris and Rome, but she enjoyed the latter city more due to its rich history. Okay, just because of the rich history, she visited both Paris and Rome. We are talking about Paris and Rome, two cities, but she enjoyed the latter. That means she enjoyed the second one, which is Rome. Okay, we're talking about the second thing, latter city, more due to its rich history, because Rome had a rich history. That's why she liked Rome than Paris. Okay, Rome to Paris, we can say that. Okay, then comes a scientific word called. Did I write? Um, did I write the letter? I think I have written. And next word is, sorry, I didn't write that one. Let me write that one. And the next word is, I think the next word is molecule. Molecule is a scientific word. We know that what molecule is. Molecule in a normal sense we will talk about. Okay, what exactly molecule stands for. We all know that, like who have done studies in science stream, or even in till your 10th standard, you get to know about the word molecule. What exactly molecules stand for? It is the smallest unit of the chemical compound, not of the world. We are not talking about cell, we are not talking about atom, we are not talking about electron, proton, neutron, we are talking about molecule. So molecule is a smallest unit of the chemical compound that retains the chemical properties of the compound. So compound is obviously is a mixture of something like which is made from the chemical reaction between the different elements. And just because of that one, out of that we have said that molecule is the smallest unit of the chemical compound. When the chemical compound is formed, and if you want to find out a smallest part of that chemical compound, we will say that molecule of that chemical. Okay, and what are the different synonyms for that? We can say particle, it can be atom, it can be unit, it can be particle, and it can be element. So these are elementary words, so you should remember that one. Okay, but in science they have different meanings. Okay, element would be a different would have a different meaning, atom would have a different meaning, because their theories, their studies have been done at certain age, at certain time period, so that's why. But these are synonymous, they are synonyms for each other, but depending upon in which context are we talking about. Okay, and a molecule consists of two or more atoms bonded together. Okay, that's why I told you, like when the two or more atoms are bonded together, they make a molecule of something. And the very beautiful example, every now and then we use it, that is, water is composed of two hydrogen atoms and one oxygen atom. Okay, that's how we say that H2O. Okay, forming a molecule with the chemical formula H2O. Got it? So remember that. Then next word is ongoing. I'll write that one. Ongoing. Ongoing is something which is continuous, something which is happening, or something which is in the run. Okay, which is continue, which is something continuing to exist, or is in progress, or develop over the period of time. Something which will develop over the period of time will be ongoing. Okay, it can be continuing, it can be progressing, it can be unfolding, it can have other synonyms like underway. It is underway. When we say it is underway, that means the process is going on. Okay, if somebody will say that, like, have you, like, the production, if there is any production company, and they have a machine which makes some cookies or something, there we say that, like, have you made the the items that, like, which are required. There you can say that, like, the production is underway yet. So production is underway means it is going on, it is continuous, it's progress, it is progressing further, but it's not yet complete, but it is going on. So ongoing it means like, it is still happening and hasn't been completed. And if something hasn't been completed, there you can use underway. Underway can be underway. Underway, you can remember that. So something that is going on is still happening and has not been completed, I told you. So the investigation into the case is ongoing. That means investigation is still happening, so it is not complete, with new evidence being uncovered regularly, like new evidences are getting found. So it can be a thriller. Be careful. Okay, now next word is pharmaceutical. I will write there. Pharmaceutical. I beg your pardon if my spellings are wrong, then please correct me up. So, pharmaceutical, what does it stand for? Pharmaceutical stand for pharmacy, like related to pharmacy or related to the production and the sale of the medicinal drugs or the medication. Okay. So when it comes to medicinal things, there we talk about pharma. Okay. So pharmacy had lots of synonyms like medicinal, therapeutic, or curative. Therapeutic stands for, like, which helps in therapy. Therapetic. Then we have curative. We have medical drug related, or we have curative, which will cure something, will be curative. Okay, so all these words can be interchanged, because all of them are related to the medicine. Okay, so then what can be explanation for that? It refers to the branch of science and industry concerned with the medicine and the development, and their development, how they are developed and how they are formed, and what different I remember that one of the beautiful term IUPAC naming, and in that one scientific naming used to be given, and we used to do organic chemistry in our senior secondary classes, and there we understood this particular term, like the chemical reactions happen, and then thereafter how the medicines are formed. So that's what actually the science is all about, and we learn a lot when we actually are very serious about our studies. So pharmaceutical, I told you that there are different synonyms: medicinal, therapeutic, curative, and medical or drug related. Okay. Then thereafter, the next word, I would say, like a very beautiful word, is precise. Precise, like which is very much concise, which is what we require, or which is done accordingly the requirement, or which is exactly what we need. Okay, so what are the different like meanings can be taken out, like something which is accurate, exact, and clearly defined in terms of the details and measurements, like the way we measure it, whatever measurements are required, and if it is accordingly that means it is precise. So there are synonyms, lots of synonyms are there for that. I told you: accurate, exact, specific, correct, meticulous. Meticulous is very beautiful. Meticulous. Meticulous. So meticulous can be a word for precise. And as far as the explanation is concerned, the precise denotes a high level of accuracy and attention to details. Okay. Now, when we are talking about the details of something, and we are talking about the highest accuracy of for knowing it, then we are talking about the precision of it. Precision also is one of the word which comes out of precise. Then we have example for that the architect provided precise measurements for the construction of the building's foundation. So that's there. And then we have, like, few words are left. We got proximity. Now the next word is proximity. So that is also one of the error, also error of proximity, that happens, like even in subject verb agreement. I remember that one of the beautiful chapter in the English grammar that I used to teach my students. So error of proximity, are chances of actually trying to get the wrong idea rather than getting the right idea. So when we are near to something, proximity itself means nearness in space. So something which is nearness in space, time, or relationship, that would be proximity. And as far as like the synonyms of that are concerned, that we have closeness, we have nearness, we have vicinity, or we have um, propinquity. Propinquity itself stand for that. It's the spellings for propinquity are PROPINQUITY. Propinquity. So that's why it's a little bit somehow awkward to speak it out. Propinquity, you can use it. Propinquity, that means proximity. So proximity indicates how close something is in the term of the physical distance or relationship. And the example for that, I'm sorry for that. Okay. So the hotel's proximity to the beach made it an ideal vacation spot for tourists. Tourists, we say tourist. And there is another word, tuition. We don't say tuition, we say tuition. Okay, tuition. 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 Okay, tuition. We don't say tuition fees, we say tuition fees. Tuition fees. Okay, so remember that. So then the next word is publicity. Publicity, obviously, when we are publicizing something, publicity, public है सब जानते हैं. Okay. Publicity itself stands for the attention and the awareness gained through media coverage or promotional efforts. Like, for example, if I will go to house and I will try to tell people that I'm teaching something or I'm helping people in learning something, there what I'm doing is I'm doing the publicity. I'm trying to publicize whatever I do. And if I'm doing the publicity, people should not have a problem for that. Okay. And if media is covering it up and it would be in the media coverage, then definitely this is also one of the way. For example, I'm uploading something on the social networking site, that is a media channel, mm, through which I am trying to publicize my skills. So what are the synonyms for that one? It's promotion, when we are promoting something. Exposure, when we are exposing something to for the people, or to the outside world. Or we are doing advertisement, not advertisement, advertisement. Okay. Coverage or attention, like we are providing attention of different people towards one thing, that means we are doing the publicity of that thing. And if we are covering up the whole thing up and we are trying to teach people about it, that means, or we are trying to tell people about it, we are publicizing the thing, or we are doing the publicity of the thing. So what can be the explanation for it? Like, publicity involves spreading information to attract attention and interest from the people or the public. So when you do that, then that means like you're doing good. I would say that it is good, but we should publicize only good things, not the bad things. Like something superstitious should not be publicized, and we should try to teach people or tell people, or to embrace, with the God's grace, that something which is wrong must be eradicated from life. So example for that one is the film's release received a lot of publicity, resulting in a high turnout at the box office. Ta-da-ta-da. Okay. Now the next word is next word is a solution. Next word is a solution. Solution means, this is the word, remedy. Remedy itself stands for, I told you, the solution or the treatment that alleviates, or which will decrease, alleviates or cures a problem, illness, or a difficulty. Like if somebody is suffering from any illness or a disease or has some difficulty, then that person, has to have a remedy. We need to have a remedy for that. Like, what are the synonyms? Solution, we need to have a cure for that, we need to have a treatment for that, we need to have a fix for that. If we are fixing something up, that means we are finding out the solution for it. If we are having a resolution for something, like for example, throughout the year I did something wrong, and at the end of the year, like obviously every new year we used to make some resolutions. Resolution means that I'm not going to do that, I'm going to eradicate that thing from my life. That means I'm going to have a remedy of you know getting it out from my life. So that's what remedy is all about. Now the what what's the explanation? A remedy is something applied to rectify or improve a situation. I told you, improving means like whatever we have done wrong throughout the year. Like for example, I want to get rid of smoking. I don't smoke personally, I'm just giving an example. Like if somebody is a smoker and the person has made a resolution on the new year that I'm not going to do it, that means that's a remedy. That's the remedy for it. Like, if really there is a remedy, no, there is no remedy. It's all about your control, it's all about your mindset, whether you're gonna do it or not. That's all depends upon you. So example for that one, people are stressed a lot these days, and sometimes I also get. Okay. So we should not get stressed, we should feel that every difficulty, every hardship that comes in our way is an opportunity to actually, you know, become stronger. To become stronger. If there is any difficulty that arises, then I think we should not get stressed for that. Sometimes stress is also good. But if it is taken in the positive sense, like if you are doing work hard, or you are doing smart work, and throughout the night you are just awake and you're trying to figure it out, like what's good for my life, one day is good. But if you're gonna do it continuously throughout the month, you are going to face some repercussions for it. You're gonna face a lot of problems for that. So I think that must not be done. One should get rid of all such bad habits of thinking too long. I do have that problem, overthinking. But then overthinking actually gives me a joy also. Like if I can write poetry, if I want to write something down, something, then obviously I'm quite imaginative in that case. And then obviously then it gives you the joy of writing too. So sometimes overthinking is bad, sometimes overthinking is good. Okay, and it's very lessly good. I would say that it, for less times it is good, but for more time I would say that it's bad. We should not overthink, but I would say that, we should have a remedy for it. Okay, always make a resolution and just adhere to that. Like I would definitely follow it. It's not like you're just making it, just follow it also. Significance. Next word is significance. Okay. Oh, sorry. I will write it again. My bad. Now here you go. Significance is very common word. Everybody know that. Like importance of something. If there is something important, that means it is significant. Like for example, if we are comparing two things and one is important for other, that means we are talking about the significance of that thing. Okay, importance of that thing, like what's so good about that thing that actually signifies its qualities, like its meaning, its relevance, or its consequence, or we say the value of something. If we want to talk about the value of something, we are talking about the significance of that. Like I would say the grammar or literature both plays vital role. But if we don't have like basics clear to us, then they are very much significant, and the significance of learning the basics of a language are more, I would say that more prominent, like or more known to the people, that if they will focus on the basics, they will definitely enhance themselves as far as their learning is concerned. So then if we talk about mm, like as far as the synonyms are concerned, I told you the meanings and the synonyms as well. An explanation for that is significance refers to the weight or the impact of something in a larger context. Like if we talk about the broad vision, and in the broad vision, like if we talk about the significance of something, like or the what's so important about that thing is concerned, like for the larger good of the public, then we talk about, like, significance of that thing. The discovery of the ancient artifact held great significance for historians studying the region's history. Okay, then we have the last word for the day, subsequent. I think the spellings are right. Sub plus sequent, sequent from sequence. Okay, we say subsequent. And then as far as the meaning is concerned, coming after, that means in the sequence, if something comes after, that means it is coming subsequently. After me would be like subsequent, he is coming subsequently, that means after me he is coming, following the order in order time. So there we can say that if something is subsequent, something is following, something is succeeding, something is later, something is next. Okay, or something is latter, or the second one would be subsequent. Subsequent describes the events or the actions, which happens next. So As my friend went out, subsequently all the other friends also thought that we should get out. So that's what it is. That's what it means. Um, Subsequently, so so today we have done the 18 words, and these 18 words were there in what we say in one of our lessons. It's the fifth lesson, and let me know, kindly let me know that if you want to learn the words like this, or you want just simply the screen getting shared and then thereafter the words are explained. So till then, I would say bye bye, take care, and subscribe to my channel also, and share it with as many people as you can. Actually, I know that what's the problem with the schedule and everything is I'm not getting time to actually come live properly. But as far as the editing skills and everything is concerned, like I'm not using and utilizing them as well. But I just want to share some information which can be helpful to you. That's why I'm keeping on to upload like the videos in this way. So try to understand and try to learn things up, and let me know that what did you like about this live session and what you don't like. And if you will tell me, it will be a constructive feedback for me. I will try to get rid of all those things. It's not about like finding out faults in it. Try to learn something out of it, and then let me know that what you have learned and how these words can be of great help for you. Thank you very much. Till then, I will have to say bye bye. Take care.